You just have to hear this scream to believe it. What did you think, Chris?
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. 60 years old, in the woods my whole life. I've never heard anything like that come out of this area of North Carolina, South Carolina region. I don't know what makes that sound other than some type of cryptid or paranormal being, but that's not a deer. You can rattle off 50 different animals, and it's not going to be any of the above. That is definitely noteworthy.
Right. So, you want to tell us this was in the same area that you had the creature scream at you remember the previous video from about a month ago?
Yeah, on our previous video, we went into a lot of detail about how we went down to this one location. We had walked in, the water level was really low in the swamp, so we were able to access places that we normally can't travel to. And then Bob reminded me of the scream. And the scream, when he played this back to me, I goosebumped. I mean, my arms, my neck, everything, I just chilled over, because this was almost the exact scream, but it had the same depth and the same kind of rhythm.
Yeah, like a I don't know what you call it, volume, or just the fullness of the whole thing. And at the first, you can hear the low part.
Right.
And at the end, you can hear a low part.
We need to advise everyone, make certain that you turn your volume up on this, because we're going to play the scream for you guys in just a few moments. And once that hits, you're going to really want, your volume to go up so you can hear it as clear as possible. This is an amazing scream. We've got loud vocalizations in North Carolina, and this scream that you're about to hear is going to prove it. Bob, do me a favor. Roll that beautiful scream footage. Did you hear that? Did you seriously hear that? Did you hear the volume, the intensity, the vocalization of what was coming out of the woods? That, my friends, is why we do what we do. That is why we spend the hours in the rain and the snow, and to get evidence like this. And that's it. That's where you'll get everything from.
And what we do is we have developed an audio recorder it'll record 24/7 for 15 days. So this is what this came from. It was the same area, very, very, very close to where Chris had his scream. But this was a recorder that was left in the woods. We leave them, they run for 2 weeks, and then we come back, change the batteries in the car, and let them run 2 more weeks. So it's not like there's any interference from us or us being there or whatever. Don't know what this thing was screaming at. Who knows? But this is what,
Right.
That's how we caught it.
I've been screamed at, and it's one of the scariest things that you can imagine, having something that's just totally not a daily occurrence, once in a lifetime occurrence happen to you. And when it does happen, it catches you off guard, and you're just shocked, like, is this real? Is this a joke? Is someone playing a prank on me, or is there something else behind this? And you just really can't wrap your head around it. And then as soon as you start trying to wrap your head around it, it stops, and it's gone, and it's perfectly quiet. And then you're standing there in the woods trying to figure out, did I just go absolutely insane, or did this actually happen to me? And I think every person that's had a life-changing experience is going to, be able to attest to that. Nobody knows how you're going to react once you're truly frightened. And that was, it was a life-changing scream. We're going to play it again for you guys at the very end, a second time. just so you have something to think about. We read the comments. We try to interact back with the people who reach out to us, and we really appreciate the people who have gone to the trouble to subscribe to our channel, who watch us, who ask us questions, who want to know more about our research and what we've got planned for the future. We take this very seriously, and for the fans out there who ever question what we do while we're in the woods, this is serious. This is very serious, and they are here. They're around. They can be noticed. You can find evidence, and they're curious creatures. I don't think they honestly want to do us harm. I think more so than anything, they want to see the reaction they would get. I think that they've got their spots that they like to go to, that they frequent, and they'll give either like a little warning out to you, or maybe they'll allow you to see just enough of them to intrigue your curiosity. But for the most part, I don't think these animals are actually out here trying to harm humans.
No.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
I agree, because we've been, again, I know I've said this before, but, I've been doing this 12 years, and we have been in some situations that we know they're close. We've had a few sightings. We've gotten some good audio over the years, some good footprints, and, in places, just out in the woods, not where somebody would put one like, oh, look, faking prints that,
Mm-hmm.
We've had rocks thrown, but not like, well, except for Cades Cove a few weeks ago. Lobbed in, tossed in. They'll let you know they're there if they want to. But for the most part, I don't think so, because, and Dwight and I have been in a lot of situations like that. We're out in the woods. We're not in somebody's backyard. We're not in a park. These are fairly remote areas. I'll just say that. And we've never really, except for a couple times out of 500 trips, have I ever really felt like they really didn't want us to be there,
And the Cades Cove video is coming. You guys are going to have a special treat with this one. We found some amazing evidence, and had a rock thrown at our vehicle where it chipped the glass on the back passenger window of a full-size Suburban. We were going maybe, and I'm not exaggerating, only 5 miles an hour, because this rock came and it hit, and when it hit, Bob and I knew exactly what had happened as soon as it happened, and we let out a couple of
bad words,
a couple of choice words, and he was
like,
"Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I see that. I heard that. I felt that." And
but anyway, that's coming.
That's coming
we'll
to
tell
you.
you about that.
Yeah, that's an upcoming episode. So stick around for that. Maybe I can talk with you guys a little bit about. I've only been doing this for 14 months, so I'm the newest member, and I don't have the 12 years of experience like Bob Trent, Dwight Campbell, Tim Deals, Jerry Millwood do. But I have had a couple of good, really good experiences in the woods, and I'm really thankful for that. That's what makes me want to keep coming back out. To date, I'm on trip number 45, and 45 expeditions under my belt. And
since June of 2024.
Right, that's when it started. And I've done 45 expeditions since then. So I cannot physically say on paper that I have seen one in the flesh and blood to date, but I've seen pretty much everything else except for that, and was able to see what I think was a cloaking, or the disappearance of one of these creatures. And I cannot say firsthand it was a cloaking, but I saw this shadow appear and disappear, and there was about 25-30 seconds of seeing a figure completely dissipate into nothing. So you can call that what you like, put that under whatever category you want to put it under.
Take from it what you need.
Take from it what you need and leave the rest. Yeah, that would be a good one. But I took something away from it. The rest of the guys took something away from it. And yeah, but we're out here in the woods again. And we'll be out here all night again. And we're hoping for more evidence. So just for you naysayers who'd like to hear this scream a second time, turn that volume back up. Sit back, relax.
Listen to the deep part when it starts, and there's a little bit of deep part when it ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bobcat.
Right.
If you just took the middle of that scream, you might think that was some bobcat-like, but listen to how deep it starts and ends.
Absolutely.